Yo, what's good guys, it's Prince here, and today we're playing Surviving Mars. Now I'm super hyped to get into this one. Basically, we're living Elon Musk's dream. We're going to Mars, we're going to set up our base, we're going to mine for some resources, and then we're going to build some domes, make it habitable to bring on people, and then we'll go from there, we'll build it up. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, ding the bell notification button so you don't miss out on any videos, and comment below if you want to see some more of this one. I've already played the tutorial, as you guys can see, and I'm pretty sure we're going to keep this series going long. So yeah, let's get into Surviving Mars. Okay, so this is pretty awesome. You get to choose exactly where you want to land on the planet. So you can choose these little bases that you've already found, or you can land on anywhere at all. And as you can see, you have different threats and different resources. So some places you'll have bigger threats, but you might have bigger resources too. So that's the choice you make. If you guys want to read that, just pause it and you can read away. Okay, so what we got to do here, this is basically our grid where we can land. Now you can scan different sectors. So what I'm going to do is have a quick scan around and just see some different places on the planet. So I'll do that real quick. So you can use your orbital probe to scan. So by the looks of it, there is somewhere better that we can start our base. So that's where we're going to start it. We're going to land our rocket there, and we'll make this our site. So as you can see, we've got some concrete down there. These little darker rocks are metal. So we've got some good resources around to build that base, to build the start of it. So a quick look, see what else we got around. We've got a lot of flat ground space, which is good. You can't build on the uneven terrain, not that I know of anyway. I've played the tutorial. So let's land our rocket. This is all that we've got with us. So this is probably the best place to land for now. Boom. And in this game you can speed it up and slow it down, as you can see in the bottom left corner, so that's good for if you've got some longer activities when your drones are building stuff. So here we go, we've got some vehicles unloading. So let's build our drone hub. So this gives us extra drones, and also when the rocket takes off, that's what the drones will be assigned to. We'll put it here. There's a lot you can build on this game. There's different ways you can go with building your base. You can focus on different things, focus on your research. Let's build a little storage depot. That's where the drones pile up all your resources and stuff, so you can build multiple of them, which we will do. So this is where our power comes from, a Stirling generator. You can also build renewable energy sources like your wind turbines and your solar panels, but it's a good one to start with, a generator. And anything you want power to, you've got to build your power cables. So we'll build it to our drone hub and get it started. As you can see, the drone's already hard at work unloading the rocket, putting all the resources and the different bits and bobs on a storage depot. Okay, so we've got our power going to there. I'm thinking we need to build next is we're going to work on some power, because the more buildings we make, the more buildings we build, the more power is going to be used. So I'm thinking we'll have some kind of renewable energy farm going on over here maybe. So I'm gonna build some turbines and some solar panels there. But let's use this RC transport. One good thing, you can set up like a trade route for this guy. So you can tell him, come here, collect all the resources in this transport route. So you can collect all the resources in this area. So in this area there's metal and stuff, and you tell him where to drop it off. So it kind of puts it on autopilot rather than you having to manually go through and click to collect, click to unload. You can get on with it. And if you look, the drones, they're busy workers. If you don't set them a job, they'll just get straight onto it. They'll collect resources, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, so on the left side here we've got stuff going on. So let's have a look at the different research. Now there's a lot you can research in this game, which is awesome. So you can take it different ways. But let's have a look what we got. Fuel, compression, get more cargo, drone swarm. So we get 2 more drones for every drone hub. Increases the production, but also increased power usage. More applicants on Earth. I'm thinking we're probably gonna want the cargo space first, and then we'll work on our robotics tree next. You can queue up your research, which is good, so you can queue up to 5 just so it can get on with it. And this is where we scan. So we scanned before with our probe, but you can queue some scans, so it takes like a certain amount of time to scan the area, and that finds different things. You can find stuff to research, find different places to move, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's super useful too, because obviously after a while you'll be growing so big that you have to keep moving on. So this is what they call an anomaly. So you use your RC Explorer and you can scan this. And anomalies bring things like new tech, new research points. It might find some new resource we can gather. So they're real cool, and that happens generally when you scan a new area or find an anomaly or find resources or something to use. So let's we need to build a power cable going towards our wind turbine. That way it's connected to the grid. Let's build a bit of power around here. So eventually we'll be able to fly this rocket back to Earth, but right now we ain't getting any fuel. We've got to build a fuel refinery at some point. So what I'm thinking is if we build a big long line of cable, and then we can just run our turbines and our solar power right down at our solar panels, and then they can work all down there. We'll kind of keep it in one place rather than having them dotted all around the joint. So let's get that cable built. So this is what we're using at the moment, so you can store up electricity, and it shows you exactly how much electricity you're using, or how much oxygen and water you're using, which obviously we're using none at the moment. It's just drones on this planet. And we do need to build a concrete extractor, because this is a big concrete reserve that we're right next to here. Let's get that built and start mining some concrete. We can't mine metals as such yet. There is underground metal that you can mine, but you need people to run that, so that's why we've just got our transport wagon working at the moment. Let's build our power cable to it. Just make sure it doesn't interfere with the mining.
Anomaly analyzed. Milestone achieved.
So you get different milestones and that kind of stuff in this game, so it's pretty cool. So our concrete extractor.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
There we go, new tech's available for research. So what have we got? Magnetic filtering. So upgrade for our oxygen machine. We can salvage, destroy buildings. So that's pretty cool. Let's add them to the queue. Okay, now let's build this power cable to the concrete extractor, and then that can start doing its thing. So we need to start building up these resources, our concrete and our metal, for when we start building our bigger stuff. So there we go, once it's built, we'll get to it, and eventually we'll build that second concrete extractor, and we'll just keep making our base a little wider. Okay, this transport is done, so let's find some more metal for it to gather. So make another transport route. So that'll gather all the metal in that area, which is cool. So all the metal in that netted area it'll bring back to here, so that's awesome. We'll definitely get some more of them at some point, and we can really ramp up the resource gathering. Let's build another universal depot, just because we're getting a lot of resources now. We've got that concrete extractor up and running. Well, it will be once the cable's built. Okay, so I'm thinking, so this is where we can see all of our resource production and what we're using and what we're storing up top. Let's build another depot next to the concrete extractor, just so the drones aren't carrying our resources so far. They can just put them straight into there. Need to build a dumping site. So this basically this is all where all your waste materials go. So you need somewhere to dump them all. Let's get this turbine built. Thinking we build a few of these across here. This can be the start of our renewable energy farm here.
Anomaly found.
Oh, anomaly found. Let's take a look at that in a minute. There we go. So let's scroll across to our explorer. I'll get that scanned. It looks like some kind of research one by the oh, where's our base? With the little icon on it. Here we are. Underground rare metals. So this is another one I believe you need humans to be able to mine that. So that one we'll mine a little later. So power production's not too bad, we're getting there. We need to build a good mix of our wind turbines and our solar panels, because solar panels don't work at night and wind turbines need more maintenance because they're working all the time. Let's build some of these solar panels here. Here we go. Sure, got some kind of sponsorship. Get an extra 500 million. It's cool that they thought about that kind of stuff in this game, because it's definitely something that's going to happen when we come to exploring Mars. Once Elon's done his thing. Let's store up some of this power, because we do get meteor showers in this. We get certain things that could knock out our power. So obviously it's not too bad while we don't have humans on here, but when we do, it's going to be a struggle. So let's build some power storage, and we'll do the same for the other resources, just so we can store it up. If we ever do have a blackout, it should be enough to hold us out until we get the problem fixed. So these need humans to work in 4-per work shift. We do need to build our fuel refinery soon, so we can send our rocket back home. Currently got 9 fuel in it, so I'm thinking we get that built and start working on that so we can get some fuel. But let's see. So eventually we'll get one of these domes set up, but I'm thinking we'll we'll get all our resources nice and high first. We'll store that. We'll get some power stored, some oxygen stored, some water stored before we get humans onto this planet. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to need to get a supply pod, because we need some materials to build another drone hub, because then we can build another concrete extractor and our drones can work on that. As there's a certain netted area where the drones can work in to do with the drone hub, so if we build another one it increases that area, so we'll definitely get that. I think, yeah, we've filled up our cargo capacity for this supply pod. The supply pods have a lot less cargo than when you send like a full ship, so speed up the time and get that supply pod coming so we can get our stuff built. Transport is still hard at work getting the resources. We're getting there with this base. We've got our basics. We're extracting some resources. We've got depots. We're slowly building up our power resources. We need to reassign some of these drones to the drone hub, because I know when we refuel our rocket and when we send our rocket off, that's what the drones are currently assigned to. So once we send that off, the drones will stop working, or the drones that are assigned to that rocket will stop working, obviously, as it'll be out of range. So we need to reassign the ones that are assigned to the rocket to the drone hub, so then when the rocket takes off, work just carries on. We don't have all these drones going down that stop working. Supply pod's getting here. We're at 55%. It's on its way. Once that gets here, we'll get our drone hubs built, we'll get our concrete extractors built, and we'll keep it going. I think we might need a little more power, as well, obviously we're going to have these extra buildings, so let's extend our little cable here. Then we can build some more large solar panels and some more wind turbines. Oh damn, okay.
Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Some underground metals right underneath our turbines. That's okay, we can eventually move our little stuff, but for now we'll just keep building our farm here. We should upgrade our power a little bit. Transport is still doing its thing. Supply pod's just about hitting 90%. There's another sector scanned. Boom, there we go. So supply pod's here, let's get that landed. And we can salvage the supply pod once it's landed, once we get the resources from it to get some extra resources. Then we'll build our drone hub, which increases our distance that the drones can work. Then we'll build our concrete extractor, and then we're good to go. We're getting more resources, we've got more drones, and we're just expanding our base, expanding what resources we've got, and just building it out. Let's get that drone hub built. I ideally want to put it in the best place we can. Seems to be a lot of resources over here. We'll build another one over there, I think, later. For now, this is probably a good place to get it built. We'll build another generator here, which creates some more power. And we're not just relying on the one generator up there. Now we'll build some cable down to the generator. We need to build some cable to our drone hub so they're both connected to the grid. To get the drones, speed it up, get the drones building them. So we're getting our drone hub built, Stirling generator built, the cable built. We'll place our concrete extractor here. We'll build some extra cable down to our concrete extractor to get that working. Luckily we seem to have landed our base in quite a resource rich area, so we're getting quite lucky with that. The only thing we seem to be a little low on is water. I see a bit in the top right corner, so it's not too bad. So let's I think now we need to focus. Now we're getting some good resources. We need to focus on that fuel refinery because we need to send that rocket back. So let's get that fuel refinery built. Go. We need to put some power to it. Use a tiny bit of power cable. Let's get that built real quick. Okay, our fuel refinery is built, but it looks like we need to add some pipe to it. Let's have a look. There's our pipes. I think what we need though is something for it to put fuel in. So let's have a look. Build our pipe to it. Let's get that built. Pipe's built. Must be connected to a water producer. Oh, okay. So we need to make a moisture evaporator. It produces water, and then we can connect both of the pipes. So let's get that done. Awesome. So then we'll have some fuel being made, ready to send a rocket back. And whenever we get supply rockets coming, we can also send them back too. Need to set up another. Send our RC transport to go get these metals, set up another transport route so we can get the resources in that area, and then bring them back to our universal depot. As long as you keep him busy until we can mine them underground metals, then we'll have a good supply of metal resources. It's pretty high at the moment, I'm 93, but that's the only one that isn't automated so much, whereas the concrete ones they're automated anyway. Let's make us some more power. We're building more buildings and stuff. We're just going to need to keep upgrading that power. Get some more solar panels and some more wind turbines. Another one of our little recharge stations here. Just keep our drones charged up. Thinking we're going to need to start working on our water and oxygen, getting some stored up, ready for when we transport people here. So let's keep these resources going. We've got another little bit of concrete resources here, so we can get that mined. We'll get some power cable built towards there. Music in this game sets the vibe well. Nice and chilled, I like it. Our base is getting big. I'm thinking this is probably going to be the area for our dome. It's a nice open space. Just what we're needing, really. So this is probably going to be the best place for the dome. Let's see how... Seems to say we're too far from our drone controllers. How are we looking on that? We're getting there. Fuel refinery pumping out. What we're gonna need is we need another drone hub, just so we can put one closer to there, and then that way we can build more around our dome. So let's yeah, get drone hub sent. You can't really carry so much on these little supply. We're always low on machine parts. It's going to be a good one to get launched. So we've got that supply pod on the way. Our drones darting around the place, all working hard. Concrete extractor is done and ready to extract. Put a nice little depot right next to here, just so the resources can get put straight on there, and another depot next to our other concrete extractor. Extend these power cables out a little. Then we're going to have our dome up top. And we can we'll build our little renewable energy farm out a little more, just so we can supply our dome well. Go, cable's been built. We get 25 out of 50 fuel. We're getting there, slowly getting there on our fuel. Let's build another one of these, just so we can store up a little more power, ready for when we do get people coming here. To make sure we've got a good store of power, good store of oxygen, store of water. Let's put a water tower next to our evaporator, just so we can start building our storage up of water. Build it right there, save the space. Supply pod has arrived. So now we'll get that landed. We'll get our drone hub made. We'll salvage that supply pod as we do. Get some materials out of it. And yeah, then we can start working on that dome and really get to it. So let's get that drone hub built first. Thinking About there is a good place. You can run the cable past it and run the dome just past that. Get some power running to it.
Sector scanned.
And
Anomaly
we've got
found.
another new anomaly. Oh, right there is a science one. Let's get that scanned with our RC Explorer. Let's make sure our water tower is connected with the pipes. There we go. So we'll get our drone hub belt. That's done. Put one of our little charge stations next to it. And then we'll get our self-sufficient dome belt, which comes with stuff to make the oxygen and the water and store it up, so that helps. Obviously we'll build our own to make sure we've got an even better store, but helps to have one that's self-sufficient to start it off. Let's get it built. Look at that, it's in a nice space. So now what we need to do is get our power running to it. We need to make sure it's all piped up. We need to make sure we've got enough storage of our oxygen and our water and all of our resources really ready for when we bring that rocket down. So we need to put power to that. This is our max is not working, but that cable will get built now. The drones will be on the way. Power consumption's going up a lot, so we'll definitely get some more wind turbines and solar panels built. We're 43 out of 50 on refueling our rocket. We're getting there. We're almost ready to send it back home. Go. We need to get some power to our evaporator, which is behind there. A bit of cable round. We need to get some power to the second evaporator, which is around here. Our dome is built. So now we need to put our buildings in the dome as well. Let's get our resources all stored up. Build ourselves a moxie. Get some oxygen. Build our little storage next to it, an oxygen tank. What we'll need to do is get some more of them moisture evaporators, just because we don't have much water around us at this bit. Let's get a little supply pod now. We'll get two moisture evaporators. That should keep us going for a little while. Let's get that on the way. Then we can build those up too and get some good resources stored before we get our people coming, our colony.
No active research. Anomaly analyzed.
Okay, so all our research by the looks of it is complete.
Meteor incoming.
Meteor incoming, jeez. Oh, damn. hit right next to our dome. By the looks of it, destroyed a little of the cable. Luckily, it didn't actually hit right on top of the goddamn dome. So we've got split power grids and a leak detected. That'll be where the goddamn meteor just hit. We've got no active research, so we need to get some stuff researching. What have we got? We've got low G fungi. That'll be for in the dome. Polymer factory fuel refinery. Low G. Jesus, some of these words. Hydrosynthesis. Advanced Martian engines, rockets, and shuttles require less fuel. That's a pretty good one. Let's get some stuff queued up. Thinking this one, and this one. Break. I think we need that one yet. Yeah. Here we go. So let's get this. Let's get it repaired. Let's get it built up. We've got our supply pod on the way, so we need to start making some buildings in here. So we'll put in a living complex, obviously for people to live. We'll put a space bar in there, good for the morale. Also put a grocer in there, so you can get fresh food. This is more of the aesthetic stuff. Gonna need a farm, I think, some kind of farm. Hydroponic farm and a normal farm. You can put both of them in there just to make sure we've got a good food production. So squeeze this one in here. And we'll put the farm in there. Boom. So once that's built up, we will be ready to bring our colony here, to bring the people here. This rocket must be getting close. Our power consumption's getting close. So you need to build out our renewable energy network a little more. So we can build some more wind turbines and build some more solar panels. That one there. That one there. Boom. Go. Let's keep it building out. We're going to be using a lot of power now. We've got a dome set up and we're really expanding our network. We need pipes to go into our Moxie. So we need an oxygen tank. Let's get one of these in there. Start storing up our oxygen. Get our pipes connected to the Moxie, which produces our oxygen. Let's get our little pipe network going. Probably going to be easier if we connect them behind like that. We're going to connect them to the rest of the piping network. Here we go. Let's get some more of this power grid set up just so we're getting a good bit of power, because we're going to be using a lot, so we're going to have to build some more of our Moxies and our evaporators around the dome just so we get a good bit of resources saved up. We're getting there now. creating some water and oxygen now, so we can start getting that stored up. See, when our solar panels stop working at night, we actually go minus on power. So we need to make sure we got enough of them wind turbines and solar panels to keep us going. But our spaceship is refueled, and we are launching it back from Mars to Earth. There we go. And our supply pod has arrived. So as we're launching this off, we'll land in our supply pod, so we can get some more water evaporators built. What's wrong with this dude? Got a couple of them with a little red flashing lights. What's going on? Dust accumulated. The drones fixed that themselves. The little friends will come along, give them a little spring clean. They'll be good to go. Let's make sure our transport is send them on another transport route. Keep getting these metals for us, because our metals are nice and high at 114, but we need to make sure he keeps consistently going out and collecting, because we don't have any other way of getting them. So eventually we'll get more. Let's get this supply pod salvaged. And then we can build. We've got 2 moisture evaporators. Now I know if you put it inside too close to any of the others, they don't perform as well. You want to make sure it's kind of close over here to our dome, but not too close. And again with this one, build this one somewhere else, because as long as it's still supplying and storing, then we'll be okay. Let's build him there. We need to get a little water tank built for each as well, and get our power cables going to both. Let's store up some of our electricity. We're definitely going to need that if ever a meteor hits, or we get dust storms or anything like that. We're going to need it. We're definitely going to need it. How are we looking? One of the drones getting charged up. You can see on this one, look, you can actually see the dust accumulated on them. I like the detail. That's cool. That's super cool. Flip them off. We're getting our stuff built on the dome. By the looks of it, that living complex is finished. Now we need to get some power to our moisture evaporator. Let's get that water tower built next to it, ready to store it up. See, we can put another one there, that won't harm. Let's go backup storage before we bring humans on here. Another oxygen tank here as well. Let's get that connected up. Speed it up a little, get this all built. Could put ourselves a research lab in here just so the scientists that we bring can help us research new tech faster. So as a bonus, now I need to get this piped up once these water tanks are built. Let's get it all connected and plumbed in. Get it connected to this one too. one big network. Make sure we've got lots of different little resource things around our domes, just so we can always make sure we're good. We don't have no crisis or anything like that.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Boom, another anomaly found. Not sure what this one is. Let's get that scanned. Little key icon. How's that RC transport? Oh, he's got nothing else to do. Let's send him on a transport route. Let's find some more metal. Let's find a good place to... there we go. It's a decent enough place to connect. Let's make him a new transport route. Keep him working hard. I think we will definitely get a few more of them eventually. You can bring them to our main storage area. Here we go, we're getting there now. All of our things getting built around the dome. We'll soon be ready and storing up all the good stuff, the oxygen and the water, ready for people to come. Let's get these oxygen tanks built. Put them on high priority.
Anomaly analyzed.
Let's build another little depot down here. Get rid of them notifications. Okay, well, it looks like we need some more pipe for these oxygen tanks. Get some piping. Let's get it connected. Good to go. Speed it up a little. We're getting there now. We've got a couple of buildings built in our dome. Last couple. We're ready to get our people here. Let's get them built. So there we go. We're getting our oxygen and water stored now. We're really getting a reserve. So we're ready. Won't harm us to have another oxygen tank there. Make sure we get lots stored up. That way we'll have no crisis. If anything ever does happen, we've got a backup. Always have that backup. Get this water tower built.
Resources are low.
Machine part resources are low. That's cool. Let's get our drones building this up. There we go. Our stuff's getting built. We just need a hydroponic farm to finish building, and then we're about ready to bring some people onto our big red planet, get some colonies and really get it going. Let's have a look. Let's get a quick supply pod. You can never have too many moisture evaporators, definitely. Seems we're a little low on water reserves, whereabouts we are. a little wind farm going here. Good, going well. So let's expand it a little more. Definitely. Oh, the OCD kicking in. I cannot put that there. Let's cancel that. And we'll get it put next to. A good few of these built, and we can get a good lot of power stored up, and that'll service us for a good while. Oh, we need some power to this moisture evaporator. Build our little cable. Get a water tank built with it. So now we're getting there. We are getting close. All our stuff is getting built. We're getting real close to being done. Our supply pods here. Our other oxygen tanks have been built. We are getting there. Let's see if we can get all this piped in, get all this finished, and then we're just about getting ready to get some people here. The good stuff, that's where we're starting it. There's our supply pod landing, and we're ready to get our hydroponic farm built. So let's get that salvaged. Now the drones should be hard at work getting our hydroponic farm built. Let's get another moisture evaporator built. Put this one slightly out of the way just so it produces up to its full capacity. Get some power cable running to it. Let's get another water tower next to this. Keep the storage nice and high. We need to make sure these are getting built pretty quick, so power, when these solar panels aren't working, our power gets kinda low. We aren't using too much of it obviously at the moment. We just need to make sure we get enough producing for when they arrive. We're getting our storage. Our storage is getting there now. We need to get our water tower built. Our hydroponic farm has been built. We're getting there. Let's put these as all high priority. We need to make sure we're getting enough water and enough oxygen. There's definitely high priority. Next port of call is to bring a passenger ship here. Let's make sure all these. There we go, high priority, so we'll definitely start it going. We need to build our pipe, running these two together. There we go. And let's pipe that into the rest of the system. There we go. Let's get it all piped in. Looking good. Looking real good now. So we now have our dome built, so next thing is we'll get our passengers here. Let's get these pipes just built first. There we go. Let's get that built in. Get this all connected together. Awesome. There we go. Sweet, they're done. Boom. So as I was saying, our dome's built, so next port of call is to get a passenger ship here. We've done pretty well. We've got our nice renewable energy farm going up here. We've got a few concrete extractors going. We've got our whole power cable unit going. That's full, so we'll get that sorted. But yeah, we're just about getting there now. That's probably a good place to end today's episode. So make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, ding that bell notification so you can keep up to date with this series. I'm definitely going to keep this one going because this is an interesting game and we can really take it to a long series. And comment below if you enjoyed this one, any improvements you want me to make, anything you want me to change. Any comments you have at all is cool. But that'll do for today's episode, guys. Appreciate you watching. See you next time. Peace.